Welcome back to the Injury Prone Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm here, Dr. Edwin Porras, Dr. Physical Therapy, Medical Analyst, FantasyPoints.com. Gracias por tus oídos. Just wanted to hop on here and say that, number one, follow us on the old Twitter sphere. Follow me on Twitter, at FBInjuryDoc, and make sure that you are subscribing to the YouTube channel, please, right? Subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you like, what you don't like. We'll continue to improve this process as we move along. Not many injuries this week, luckily. So we'll talk about two tight ends. Number one, Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid, based on video, landed with his knee bent and directly on it. This is the exact mechanism that we saw with Puka Nacua, way back in training camp in August. We obviously saw how that could end for Puka Nacua, or for guys who have a PCL, bursa sac type injury. It doesn't end well. The good news is that he did come back, right? He had a brace on, so we don't expect it to be necessarily something that lasts a long time unless the Bills don't take their time with it. He's not going to be 100%. I wouldn't anticipate that. He's already had a disappointing season. So just given all of this, it probably makes sense to look another direction if you have other options at tight end. Because Dalton Kincaid is at a high risk to sit this week. It would make sense to sit him for a week or two, at least. The next guy, Sam LaPorta, another tight end, landed on his AC joint, sprained his AC joint. Dan Campbell, who is very reliable, has already come out and said that this is not going to be a long-term issue for LaPorta. However, we want to watch his practice report, right? We want to watch his status, see how he progresses throughout the week. One of the things with these AC sprains, in general, these shoulder issues, is strength and mobility and pain tolerance becomes an issue. So if he doesn't feel strong enough to block, if he doesn't feel like he can shuck a defender, or they feel the re-injury risk, he can't protect himself, is too high, then he will sit for a week or two. Dan Campbell said this won't be an extended absence. In other words, this isn't classified as a grade 2, which we would anticipate anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks for one of those. But 1 to 2 weeks for LaPorta still is on the table. But again, watch his practice status and see how he progresses. If he's active, he's high risk to re-injure, but you probably have to slide him in based on, especially if, given the landscape of tight ends, you don't have a lot of other options. That's it for today. Make sure you subscribe like we asked, and good luck on the waiver wire.